Hello, my name is Elizabeth Skinner, and I'm presenting to you my grad school plans. I'm planning on getting a master's degree in social work. I decided on getting a master's degree in social work from Portland State University. It's in Portland, Oregon, but they do have an online option that I would be availing myself of since I live about 2 hours away from Portland. The Master's in Social Work program at Portland State University is the only public master's degree in social work program that's accredited in the state of Oregon. So it's that's one of the big reasons that I chose Portland State. I also chose Portland State because of the focus of their master's degree in social work program. They say they have a statement of purpose, and their focus really is developing leadership skills that fight injustices and the social systems that create them. They do this by, as they say, recognizing and dismantling systems of oppression, building racial equality and social and political and economic justice, and advancing the well-being of diverse individuals, families, groups, organizations, communities, and tribal nations. So there's a lot of activism, a lot of community involvement that Portland State is all about, and that's really what I've been passionate about. These photos are all taken from my camera. This is my dad, who has been involved in protests and civic involvement, peace protests. He's part of Veterans for Peace, and he's really inspired me a lot. And then I also work in schools with children, and that have minorities, a lot of minorities, and I've seen a lot of the systems that have failed them. So I'm really passionate about the same things that Portland State University is passionate about when it comes to the Master's in Social Work program. The other aspects of this program are the majority is online with the coursework that I'd be taking, but it also has 2 500-hour field education placements. And one of the 2 field placements can be what they call an employed social work internship. So at a place of employment that you're already employed in, if it is something that is applicable, you can do that. The other one does have to be from a different place or a different placement so that you get a well-rounded education. It's a 78 credit program, which is pretty big. But if I choose to go to switch majors to social work major, then if I have a bachelor's in social work, I can cut that down to, I think it's 46 credits for the advanced placements. So there are some things that you can do to kind of cut down on the amount of time you're working on your master's. But the other great thing about Portland State University is they do have a state school social work licensure track. So that means that in the state of Oregon, once you get your master's degree, you can also get your school social work license. So that's really neat. How you get in to the Portland State University Master's Degree Program for Social Work, you need a bachelor's degree. So like I said before, in social work, if you have a bachelor's, you can do an advanced standing, which kind of fast tracks you. You have to have a GPA of 3.0 or higher. And a resume that includes social work experience. I'm lucky enough to be working in a school environment, which definitely with the school counseling office. So I think that really will help me in building up that resume. You need 3 letters of recommendation, and you need a 3 to 4 page statement of purpose. Skills to be successful. You have to love people, obviously. But along with that, if you're pursuing a master's degree in social work for Portland State, you really need strong writing and communication skills. You're going to be using them a lot. But they're really focusing on that advocacy and leadership. So if you demonstrate leadership and advocacy skills in organizations, that really goes a long way. Strong sense of social work ethics and values. Your values and ethics really you need to have those in tune with those of professional social workers. Critical thinking skills are huge because you're going to be analyzing and formulating and implementing social justice policies. And a trauma-informed background, knowing and understanding trauma is going to be a really big skill to help get you far. The cost. It's an in-state school for me, so that's an advantage. The estimated total for the online program is $47,848, according to Portland State's website. So that is daunting. Like I said, if I can get into the advanced standing, that goes down because you're going to be doing less credits. But it's 521 credits per hour, which is much lower than a lot of the other schools for a master's program. The other nice thing about the costs is that there's a $10,000 stipend, and that comes from a federal program. So that really helps. I just need to look up the abbreviation really quick here. The Behavioral Health Integration Project is the federal program. And so if you commit to working in the social work field in a rural community or an underserved community, which a lot of places are underserved, including my community in the Dalles. So you can get a $10,000 stipend from that federal program that can really help you out. Expected coursework. You're going to have all those 78 credits of coursework. And for the school social licensure track, that's going to include social work with children, adolescents, and family, social work in schools, and U.S. and Oregon school law and policy. So then, of course, there's also the 500-hour field placements that we talked about. So in conclusion, what I'm really looking forward to in this master's program and looking ahead after getting my bachelor's is really diving in and learning how to dismantle those systems that create those injustices that I see each day within the school system and within the community. Being able to get licensed as a school social worker and start a career there would be amazing. So I'm really looking forward to that and learning really how to advocate for kids, because right now it's like, well, that's above my education level, that's above my pay grade. I feel helpless. So feeling empowered to really help make changes, I'm looking forward to that, and I think PSU has the experience and the accolades and the passion to do that. What I'm not so excited about, however, is doing the 500-hour field placements while I'm working full-time, because I am a working mom of teenagers. I'm going to have to pay for their college soon. And so having to pay for my college means I'm going to have to be working full-time. So doing that while also doing a field placement is going to be stretching me thin. But since I have worked 2 jobs throughout my first 2 years of college, I'm hoping that that will pull me through and I'll be able to get through that and gain a lot of experience and job prospects too from it. So that's what I'm planning on doing, and I thank you for your time and attention.